It is Doodle Day. Yes. Now, what is Doodle Day, you may ask? It is the day where I don't have lots of time to make a proper video, and I also don't have any ideas, so Doodle Day. And this will probably be the first of many Doodle Days. I was thinking I might do a sort of a space theme because I like space. That's that. So as I said before, well actually I don't know if I said this before, but I was gonna be gone for a week and I didn't have access to any of my stuff. So I drew on pen and ink on paper. It was a little different, but I actually liked it quite a lot. So I was just doing these portraits for my friends, and then, well, take a look. It was just a fun thing. I was basically just calling them ugly the whole time, but that was kind of funny. I also drew this. Yeah, very nice. The reason the head is cut off is because I started everything too high up, and I didn't have the lasso tool to move it down. And so I just had to compromise and cut that guy's head off. So, whoopsie. I also drew this cat. It's not really a cat. It's more of a space cat, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was a fun idea. And I don't really draw animals all that often, but yeah, I kind of want to get into it. I kind of want to be a furry artist. They make a lot of money. All right, let's start our doodles, our space doodles. So we need to draw an astronaut. That'd kind of be like this, right? And then no. Guys, I lost track of everything really fast. I'm not quite in the zone right now. Space theme, we could do something on a planet, so boom. And then you got the rings, because that's how you know it's a planet, right? And we want to move this down. We don't want to cut off any heads today. So I just want to do a guy waving at me. You. I don't normally draw this kind of cartoony style. Forgive my misunderstanding of how to draw at all. Hey, wait a second. Is leaving out detail make things easier? I said is, but I meant does. Does leaving out detail make things easy? Oh, I feel like the hand's too big. I should probably... If I feel like the hand's too big... Yowie hands astronaut? Sorry. What was I saying before that? I want to include a black hole somehow. Well, let's get Interstellar open real quick. Alright. Just gotta draw me one of them. I mean, that's a black hole. You got the side disc, you got the uppy downy, you got the vibe. If I want, so I can make it feel more lines. What if, now hear me out. So let's get another astronaut going. Guys, I don't know. Oh no. Oh my god, am I getting this first try? What the heck? Who let that happen? Am I right, guys? In my mind, all astronauts are chubby like this because they're suits and stuff. It makes sense to me. That's how we do it in Brooklyn. I don't live in Brooklyn. Like this guy. He's not proportionate, but he's adorable because of that, you know? Now, if a real person were proportionate, they might look a little horrifying. He flew a kite into a black hole. It needs to be something. I need to move things. I guess I could try to come up with more ideas as I make. So I'm obviously doing space. You know what doesn't go with space very well? Dinosaurs. I could put some kind of dinosaur in space. I don't know which one. There's a few. Oh, it is just a box that goes on their back. That seems pretty unimaginative to me, but whatever. You know, if I was a designer for NASA, I'd be pretty embarrassed right now. So maybe dead, because that was a while ago. Maybe we've changed it since, because this is moon landing, so 69, 68, 69, and so that's a while ago. And if you're in NASA in the 60s, you're probably dead now. No offense to anyone who was in NASA in the 60s and is alive. Good Good job. Weird flex, but okay. You know, this is like the third video I've tried making thing, but I think this one's actually gonna manage to get out. Do this. I feel like it'd be more aesthetically pleasing if I had the string act like normal string. But the thing is, because it's a black hole, it's supposed to just go straight, right? So I don't know what am I supposed to do here? This is unrealistic, but it looks better. You know what, let's just do it like this, because I don't want my stuff to look ugly. I'm just gonna roll with it right now. I'm very pooped at the moment and hungry. I am hungry. You know, that will only become a problem when I become hangry. You won't like me when I'm hangry. Let's do a pterodactyl. All right, how do you draw a pterodactyl? All right, but it might be kind of funny to put them on an asteroid, so let's do that. Okay, so normally I do this thing where like I just pronounce it how it's spelled, even if I know it's not supposed to be pronounced like that. Like I always say pterodactyl, and I have to think about it to say pterodactyl. Do I want the pterodactyl sitting? Because they sit like birds, maybe. Actually, technically we don't know. I've only just seen stuff about it. Actually, we might know, and that's why I've seen it. What do I want it to do? What if I have it like smoking a pipe? Have I seen that somewhere before? A dinosaur smoking a pipe, specifically a pterodactyl. I hope nobody's favorite dinosaur is the pterodactyl, because I'm not treating it well. Alright guys, what's the deal with this guy? Why is he so ugly? Who made this? What if... hold on. What if I draw Uranus? If you know what I mean. And then I have a dude just laughing at it. That'd be kind of funny, right? How do I make Uranus stand out? It's just blue, isn't it? Or does it have a ring? Or does Neptune have the ring? Oh, they're both blue. One of them has a ring. I'm not gonna draw that because they're not a good way to laugh at Uranus. What if there's just like a face? I literally cannot show his neck because his jaw is too massive. Let's do a UFO of doing something. What should a UFO do? What if there's a little alien? That was a very straight line, but no, it wasn't. I was at an angle, and I didn't realize. Is this alien just naked? Maybe. And then it's got like a weird... Okay, microphone. We're gonna have a chat later. This one feels too like... what's the word? Psychedelic. You know? It feels like it's trying so hard, and that's not my style. I'm very effortless. Because I'm just so much better than all of you. A little planet. Hold on, just gotta get a good circle. I've only been drawing for years, you know. I've only been seriously drawing for 6 months, but, you know, I've still cultivated skills before that. How do I make it look like he's actually, running? It doesn't look like he's running, it just looks like he is. Swear to God, this microphone is going in the trash. Sorry, I just use fear to keep my equipment in line. They're playing tag. But, on a tiny planet. Or they're at least chasing each other. This guy lost because he got hit and then started floating away. And, well, he's gonna die, but... yeah, that's for later. There's like a horse. Kind of looks like it's 2 hind legs, and I kind of want to run with that. Cut these off. Instead of that, I have the horse. Look at him. He's so happy. And he can have his little box and all his tubes. You know astronauts in their tubes. What do astronauts wear on their legs other than pants? Alright. I'm feeling generous. This guy gets cowboy boots. What else is there, though? Why do surfboards have that little fin? And do they always have the fin on the bottom? You know, I've been wanting to get into gouache painting because I think there's this one album from this band called Crane Wives that I really love, and I looked into the art. I really like the art of it too, and I looked into it, and it was gouache. I also learned what gouache was. I might make a video on that. I don't know. It might also just be a thing I end up doing on my own, because I don't need y'all for everything. He's like the Silver Surfer, going around space on a surfboard to heed the call of Galactus. Not heed, to make others heed the call of Galactus. I don't know. Okay, so as you might have noticed, I didn't talk a lot or say anything funny in this video so far. So I'm just gonna talk over the speed paint because the video would be so boring if I didn't. I don't really have a lot to talk about art-wise. Everything was pretty simple. For the pterodactyl one, I like how I drew the fire. I got kind of inspiration from, oh, what's that comic art technique with like fire and it uses black dots. Hold on. So that's where I got that from, except for I didn't use black dots. I just did dots of the colors I was already using, which I'm pretty happy about the colors that I chose. Anyways, we're just gonna spend this time to do sort of a little talk. You know, I just get to talk about whatever I want, considering it's my channel, and if you don't like it, suck it. What has been happening recently? Okay, so the reason the last video was delayed, not that it really matters anymore, is I was really busy working in my yard. I basically pick up stick for like 6 to 8 hours a day for like a week, and then I realized I was supposed to be working on art, and so everything got a little messy. But that's in the past. What's in the future, you may be asking? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna be going on another trip here soon, in a couple weeks, and I am kind of don't have many good ideas for videos. There was one video I tried doing where I designed superheroes. The problem is I didn't say anything funny. I didn't say or do anything funny, and it's so frustrating. I might try the video again, make different superheroes, because I just made 2, so I could make more. But that was in celebration of everything happening in July with Superman and Fantastic Four. I've mentioned it before, but I'm a comic nerd, so seeing hope for a good Superman movie or a good Fantastic Four movie is, it might fuel my yaps for a while. What else? I don't want to make any one-shots right now. I feel like that's a big commitment for when I'm not sure how much time I'll have. I want to just kind of do art for now and then hopefully make another one-shot sometime this year. I do have some ideas. We could go through those, I guess. There's one that's kind of like a drama comedy, a dramedy, I'm pretty sure is actually what they're called. It's basically about this guy who's like a jerk, right? And I need to stop saying right after everything. I always have to edit it out. Anyways, there's this guy, he's a jerk, and he's been building up bad karma, except that he hasn't gotten all of his karma over his entire life, and so hell is supposed to distribute karma, right? Bad karma to everybody who deserves it. But something went wrong in the system, and now suddenly this asshole, right, is I'm not gonna say that. You can probably guess where I was gonna go with that analogy. But anyways, all the karma, all his bad karma he built up is enough to start the end of the world, and he has to do good things to try to balance it out. It's deeper than that. That's just the main concept. There's a lot I want to put into it, and if I make it, it wouldn't be a short one shot. It would probably be like 60, 70 pages, because I want to really get into the main guy's head, like character-wise and stuff. There's another one about this magician or wizard or whatever, and he's really good. He's just kind of unlucky in the sense that it's just hard for him to make any career out of magic. It's very inspired by Howl's Moving Castle. You could probably get a sense of the world just by me saying that. I was thinking he might like open a diner for spirits, or he's like in debt to a spirit or something like that. I also, for October, I might try to make a horror one-shot. I really love Junji Ito, and so I'm gonna, hopefully by then I'll be good enough at anatomy to do decent body horror because I love it. As for videos, not just one-shots, just like general videos, I'm not out of ideas. It's just that some of my ideas are good on paper, but then everything sucks, right? I try to record it, it's like, I don't know. Things, I don't know where I was gonna go with that. There was a bird chirping out my window, and I have no idea what I was about to say. So, whoopsie. I was probably gonna be so good. Oh yeah, for general videos, there's a lot of different ideas, but I don't know if I can, because like there's videos where I just want to practice and talk, right? Just practice anatomy, practice different angles or perspective is what I meant to say, stuff like that. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like that'd be a very entertaining video, and at the same time I still need to get my practice in. I need to get better and keep getting better, or else I will feel very bad if I plateau at all. Although in general, I do think my art is just kind of getting better. At the end of the year, I do want to do like a year review of everything. Like, oh, this is what I got out in my first video, and this is where I am now, that kind of stuff. Because I think that's totally worth doing, because it'll give not only me confidence, but it might give other people more confidence, because I think that's really a really fun part of this channel, where a lot of people feel inspired. Even if my art isn't like god level, a lot of people can still appreciate the effort and feel inspired to work on their own stuff, which is kind of amazing. What else has been happening recently? So I do believe that there's this girl that's interested in me, and I don't really know how to handle it, because, and not to say I'm a virgin cuck with no riz. I've never said those words before. Anyways, where was I going with that? No, people have flirted with me before, and the only difference is from then and now is that I do not know this girl. She started flirting with me, not flirting, but like showing interest more than someone normally would for a stranger, right? God, I need to stop saying right. It's been very conflicting really for me, where this isn't the kind of attention I'm used to, but at the same time I'm excited and open with it. Romance for me has always been a problem. I might do a video on that in like February or something, on my opinions on romance and love and all that, because it's a very complex feeling. But for now, we can just have this as like a sneak peek, right, of my opinions on romance. What the hell? It's really confusing for me, because the thing about all the people that have flirted with me in the past is that I've never felt the same way back, and that's always kind of irked me. I do think I'm probably aromantic, if I had to guess, considering I've never had a crush. The only crush I did have was me forcing myself to like someone for their sake. As you can guess, that didn't work out. And yeah, just generally I don't think about romance. And so that also kind of worries me with this girl, because I know not to fake my interest, to force it, right? God damn it, I need to stop saying right. But at the same time, I want to try to be in a relationship, so it's all messy and confusing for me. But I'm not really scared, I'm just sort of, that's where my head is at. It's like taking it as is rather than like anxiety taking over or anything. On a much lighter note, what games do I have to play? I have a huge ass backlog on my Steam library, and now on my PS5. Remember when having a PS5 was crazy, and I only just got mine? like not long ago. I also have gotten closer to a friend, which is really nice. I mean, I have never been super close to anyone, but yeah, I've just been better friends with this guy, and we've been talking more, and saying it like that makes it sound a little closer than it is, but for me, that's a big deal. The fact that I'm actually actively trying to reach out to someone is a big deal, and so my therapist is gonna love this. Alright, let's see, what games do I have to play? Let's try Doom in order in which I got them, if I can remember that. I think first would be Resident Evil 0. I tried so hard to like this game. I got 3 hours in, and I got to the mansion, and I don't remember all what I did in there, but I was just struggling to love the game. I love all the other Resident Evil games except for maybe 5 and 6 because I haven't played them yet. But Resident Evil 0 was so frustratingly not what I love. Like, I like Rebecca, and what's the other guy's name? Billy. I like Billy, or I'm interested, at least, in seeing where his character would go if I played the game. I just don't know how I feel about controlling 2 characters at the same time, honestly. It kind of bugged me. But I think it's a really interesting way to do it. I like that idea as an idea, but other than that, it feels kind of... I didn't love it. What's next? Oh yeah, Yakuza 1 through 6. There was like a big sale, and at this point I've already played and loved Yakuza 0, right? And I wanted to get into the entire series. And then, oh, would you look at that? You can get Yakuza 1 through 6, the main games, right? For, I think it was like $30. And I was like, this is a steal. And then I never even installed the first one. Alien Isolation. I got it in October because it was on sale, of course. And I love Alien. I really like Alien. Alien Romulus was like, oh my god, I'm so happy that I got to see that in theater. Oh man, I need to play Alien Isolation. I really like the Alien series and everything. I just haven't gotten around to it. There's also the rest of Fear and Hunger 2 Termina, where I kind of got a lot of the way in, and then once it got to the point where I have to choose an ending, I just kind of dropped the game. Like, my team was Marina, Levi, Karen, and Dan, which pretty good, I would say. A full team of actual people, no goats, no dogs, no children. It's pretty nice. But yeah, I killed, I don't know who all I killed. I think I've killed like half the contestant, or a little over half. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to go for ending A or B or whatever, because, for a game like Fear and Hunger, you do kind of have to research to know what you want to do. Like, I've been in the Fear and Hunger fanbase for a while after I played Fear and Hunger 1, and then it took me like months to get Fear and Hunger 2 and then play it. I know a lot about the game, but I haven't personally experienced it all yet. Nier Replicant. I played Nier Automata, loved it, got Nier Replicant, haven't played it. I don't even remember how long I've had it. I think I got this after getting some money for Christmas. I just decided to get it, and then I have it installed. Oh yeah, my not Steam games. So I love Silent Hill, right? I played Silent Hill 2 through very legit means. My real PlayStation 2 and my real copy of Silent Hill. And then at the same time, I also came into possession of a real PS1 and a real copy of Silent Hill 1, and then also a copy of Silent Hill 3. It was really expensive, to say the least. Oh, and of course my CRT TV. I couldn't play it on anything else, or like play it on a monitor. Crazy. But yeah, through my very legit means, I got Silent Hill 1 and 3, and then I also got Resident Evil Code Veronica, and what's the other one? Oh, there's one more. If only I could check my PlayStation games that I have right here, right now. Oh well. And then also on my PlayStation 5, I haven't finished The Last of Us 2, and I also came into possession of Red Dead 2. I just have so many games to play, and then I have also stopped, not completely, but pretty much just stopped playing games. It's not as fun for me anymore. I much prefer spending my time drawing or listening to music, because it feels, and Persona 3 Reload. Started that, got like almost 10 hours in, haven't reopened the game. I don't even remember what floor I'm on. I think I'm a little higher than I'm supposed to be because everything was really difficult, but I like difficulty because Persona has a tendency to not be the most difficult game ever. What's on my wish list? Let's see, Blasphemous 2. I loved Blasphemous 1. Haven't played 2. 1, 2, haven't. Hades 2. Also loved Hades 1. Haven't played Hades 2. The entire Devil May Cry series. Now here's a very interesting thing. Oh my god, Disco Elysium is $4. Okay, well I have to get that. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so for Devil May Cry, the whole series, I want to do like a video on it where it's like I just play the game and then I make predictions and actually try to like dive super deep into it during my first playthrough of all of them, and I'll make that into a video. And it's just a matter of committing time, right? Because Devil May Cry is right up my alley, and I just need to get around to doing it. Signalis, I've heard it's really good. I love survival horror more than anything. It's probably my favorite genre of game. That and maybe Souls-like, because I love all the Souls games. Really want to play Signalis. I love the art. I love everything I've seen about it and what I know about it, which is very little. I want to play that. Darkest Dungeon 2. I haven't even beaten Darkest Dungeon 1 yet, so we're just gonna hold off on that one. As I rudely interrupted myself before, Disco Elysium. I know absolutely nothing about that game. Oh my god, Skullgirls is $2? Oh my god. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, Disco Elysium. I want to play it, don't know a thing about it. As I said, Skullgirls, I like fighting games. My main game is Guilty Gear Strive, because I'm a newbie to the Guilty Gear series. But I got to Celestial with Jacko and ABBA. So I would say I've solidified my placement as a decent player. I also played Street Fighter 6 for a while. I played Aki and then got to Platinum 2, and then I was like, okay, I'm satisfied. Because you see, the funny thing about it is the only reason I got to Plat 2 was pure luck and fundamental. Hold on, let me check how long I played that game. Of all my 40 hours of playing Street Fighter 6, not once did I know how to drive rush. I have no idea how to use it. And so I just never did. And I didn't need it, clearly, but I started needing it the higher I got for like decent combos. That's a fun one. The only problem with getting a game like Skullgirls is that it's a Discord fighter, which, if you don't know, means that you have to find matchups off the game. Like, you can't just join matchmaking and find somebody, because the game servers are kind of empty. I might hold off on Skullgirls for now, but Disco Elysium is mine! Oh my god, should I get Signalis 2? I really want it. Like, I really want this game, but am I gonna play it anytime? Okay, so the problem is, right, is I have a sort of rule that I can only focus on one game at a time, and right now that is supposed to be The Last of Us 2, but it is not. I have not been playing games, as I said before, but I want to play all these games. I want to love everything about these things, but I don't spend the time to do it. And I don't know if getting more games is the answer to it. I don't think it'll fix everything. But at the same time, I want to play Signalis. That's a decision for me to make off camera. What else is there in my life? I'm hungry, and that's not just me saying that I'm hungry right now. For some reason, I've been getting a lot hungrier lately, and I don't know what that means. I could look it up, but I haven't gotten around to it. So, Yeah, I just been getting hungry easier. Maybe it's the heat wave, because I am definitely in the heat wave. So, less of a wave, more of a just heat. Well, I'm in heat, guys. I think I've exhausted all I need to say. I'm pretty happy with how all the art turned out. I rarely ever do cartoony stuff like this, and so it was a little refreshing to just let it be. Like, every once in a while I would notice myself adding detail when I didn't need to, but at the same time, it's kind of fun. It felt awkward. It's like something was missing the whole time, but when I started shading it, it felt better, so I don't mind. I think that's everything, so, well, see you next time. Bye.